All right. I did a test stream that was unlisted and watched it back, and everything seemed to be okay. So we're going to try again. What's up, folks? My name is Steve Holmes. We are streaming live from Los Angeles, California. This is my drum room. And we occasionally do streams where we play drums and chat about drumming. And that's it. So let me know in the comments if there's any issues technically, how it sounds, if you have any questions, comments, etc. Let's play some drums. Man, the struggle is real. The struggle is real. Trying to get those ideas out. I hope the sound was okay. Man, it has been a minute since we did a stream. I'm actually having some tendon issues in my arms, and so I took months off and didn't touch my drums, and I'm kind of slowly putting my feet back in the pool, and just recently kind of felt confident enough to do some streaming. You can hear I'm like super winded. I'm all out of shape. Oh man, it's crazy. I'm gonna be 50 this year, you guys. Old man Steve. I'm gonna be on here talking about my glory days and my heroes, and all the kids are gonna be like, wait, who are those guys again? Those guys aren't on TikTok. So let's read the comments here. Let's see what's going on. Digital Perspectives, thanks for the feedback on the last stream today. That was helpful. Gary Much, hey from the UK, hope you're doing well. You too, Gary. Is that a burgundy shell Yamaha custom kit I see stacked on the right side? No, that's a, this is Cherrywood Recording Custom, from the 80s. All right, even better. All right, that's the kit that I moved out to LA with, and man, a lot of club dates in that on that kit. Sorry, I'm just reading now, like Eric Teekman. Man, I hope I'm saying your name right, Eric. I hit Eric up earlier for to see if he wanted to do like a Zoom test. Your two main crashes are very complimentary. Okay, close to a fifth. Cool. I hope it sounds all right. Yeah, Eric, hope we can do like a Zoom test at some point. Eric's been incredibly helpful with the website, houseofdrumming.com. If you guys aren't familiar with it, most of you probably are. But it's like old school forum. This is like houseofdrumming.com has been around since the late 90s, actually, mid to late 90s. And it's just an old, it's just an old forum that's on there. So if folks haven't seen it and are looking for like an alternative old school place to chat about drumming that's not Facebook, then check out houseofdrumming.com. Myself and several folks have been there for a long time. Let's see, the Brake Monster. Looks like Yamaha PHX. Yes, that's true. My drums are Yamaha PHX. I love my drums. I mean, they're out of tune and these heads are old, but they sound, they sound all right. So yeah, thank you for the compliments. Bobby Vincent, maybe when he warms up. Mickey Drummer, so tasty, grooves and chops. Yeah, I'm really I have all these grooves in my head and I'm trying to, to get them out, particularly with hi-hat phrasing and opening the hi-hat, not so much all the way, but just like a little to get that kind of sizzle Stuart Copeland-y stuff. I've been thinking a lot about that stuff lately, and Stuart Copeland's just the master of that, and I'd like to, dive into that stuff a little bit. Let's see, Corey Bondrat, happy 2022. Hello from Seattle. Thanks for all the inspiration. Yes, of course. Thank you, Corey. Happy 2022 indeed. Reminding me of Weckl right now. Okay, well, there's worse folks to remind people of. I was a big Weckl fan for a long time. Gabriel says, hello, what is the mute mass on the snare? The mute mass on the snare, I don't understand. I don't understand the question. Mute mass. Turn your vocal mic on so we can hear your groans. I'm quiet except when I really have a brain fart or when stuff doesn't, come out. Then I'm like, but I don't really I don't groan a lot when I play. Wish those rides had a bigger bell on them. Rides? There's only one ride here, sir. Custom dark light 20-inch. Love my ride. It's my favorite ride ever. Let's see. Blejda, yes. Hug from Brazil. Hugs back. So the difference between an intermediate drummer and an advanced drummer is their advanced drummer plays the bar by feel and not by counting. I'll agree with that sentiment. It's all about feeling phrases. Nice splash. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you. Bobby Vincent, cowbell, please. Yeah, maybe. Phrasing is beautiful. Thank you very much. Hey, if folks are interested in supporting the stream, there should be a super button down there, like that little smiley face or $sign. Folks are able to donate there, and that goes to the drum room fund of upgrading. I'm on an old MacBook Air here. I really need to upgrade my stuff. Get a multi-camera thing happening. As you can see, I've got this other camera back here, but I don't have the right camera switch to get it all in sync. So folks that are interested in supporting, there's an opportunity to do that with those buttons. Sound is great too. Great to hear that, actually. I'm always paranoid that the sound is crap. Nice sounding. He plays over the bar a lot. Nice long phrases. Yeah, not necessarily ending on one. That's true. But it's all about not losing one. It's all about not losing one. But you know, those phrases over the bar line, I love that stuff. Yeah, the injury thing does suck. It doesn't really affect the drumming too much, though. It affects other stuff, like lifting stuff, and apparently the way that I sleep actually really takes a toll on my arms, because you know I'm like fetal position and my arms are bent, and apparently that's not good. So I have these things that kind of keep my arms not bent and whatever. I won't bore you guys with that stuff. I'm glad to see you're back. Thank you very much. Yes, hello from Italy. Just got an Evans practice pad. What now? Well, the hint about the practice pad is that it's in the name. Steve, I'm joining the Army. Wish me luck. Man, good luck. And thank you for your service, sir. Happy New Year. Thanks for the service. Yes, I agree with that. Let's see. Wish Dave Weckl Back to Basics was on YouTube. I'm sure it is. It's got to be on YouTube. That video changed my life, man. Back to Basics on VHS when I first came out. Someone gave it to me at a surprise birthday party. I was still in high school. This is like 88, 89-ish. And I was all into Neil Peart and stuff. And I was listening to Weckl a little bit, like on Electric Band cassette tapes and stuff. And I was already getting into it. But man, when I saw that video, I was just like, okay, this is where it's at. Traditional Grip, best movie ever made, says Richie Jarvis. Yes. There's a little comedy short film about Traditional Grip. Folks that aren't familiar with it, you can check it out. It's on YouTube. Got to get some Ultra phones. Yeah, I have a couple different phones. I have like 3 different. When I'm recording, I have actually a really good pair of phones. And then I've got the Vic First. I've got all kinds of phones, actually. I'm actually just wearing these because my hair looks horrible today. Steve, have you worked on any method books? I did like the Ted Reed syncopation exercises that a lot of people are familiar with. For Jazz Independence, Jim Chapin, obviously Advanced Techniques of the Modern Drummer. Ralph Humphrey, Even in the Odds, a little bit. Yeah, not a whole lot of books, actually. What is your musical training background, if you don't mind sharing? Well, that's a long story, folks. But in terms of training, like private lessons in New Jersey, where I grew up with this guy named Ray Nunzi, when I was in high school. But by that point, I was already like memorizing Rush tunes and in my bedroom playing like along with rock and roll stuff. But then I learned the basic jazz independence and was getting into jazz, thankfully, before I moved to LA. I was always happy that that was the case. I kind of got a head start on that stuff. Also, I marched in high school for 4 years. There's a video on my YouTube channel that has a bunch of footage from my high school marching band. And a lot of it is like, but some of the drumming on there is pretty advanced for high school level. We all had like clean double stroke drum corps style rudiments going, and that was a huge help and gave me a huge advantage when I moved to LA. A lot of guys in LA, and like when I moved here in '93, they didn't have that stuff happening. And so I had like basic jazz independence, some clean doubles, and so that set for like a good foundation to like build on. Yeah, anyway, '93 moved to Los Angeles, went to Musicians Institute / Pitt, Percussion Institute of Technology, did that for a year, and then continued studying privately with various folks around LA. Not a lot of lessons with guys, but like 1 or 2 lessons. Like I took 3 lessons with Weckl, 2 or 3 lessons I think. I took a lesson with Verge, Tom Breckline, Peter Erskine, Gary Novak. I forget who else. It's been so long. Oh, Gergo. I took a lesson with Gergo, actually, a few years ago. There's a little clip from my Gergo lesson, actually. On my YouTube channel, there's a video about a Gergo Borlai lick that's called like I named it the limb breaker because it's so hard. And there's a little clip of my lesson with him in that video that kind of demonstrates him doing it and me like wanting to learn about it and stuff. So yeah, that's a little bit of my training. New splash deck, yes. Bobby Vincent, good ear. New splash deck. This one is louder. Although I'm finding on the mics it kind of it sounds a little more percussive than I'd like. You know, the attack rather is kind of more percussive than I like. I'm still looking for the right combination, but this one's better than the last one, I think. You sounded great. Do you recommend one of these workout pads for wrists? I don't have a pad recommendation. I don't think any one pad is better than the other, and if it is, it's probably marginal. It's one of those things where it's just like, you just got to practice on a pad, on your leg, on a pillow. I mean, it matters, but you know, just get one that feels good to you. You know, it's not about the pad. It's about how much time you practice and that you're practicing the right things. That's what it's about. Let's see, Bobby Vincent. Wonder what the drum sound would sound like through that vocal mic only. I can turn on my vocal mic and play, but the rest of the mics will still be on. It'll sound like crap, really. It's not. It's not. It's not worth. There you go. There's me hitting my drums with the vocal mic on. But the other drum mics are still on because I don't feel like muting them in Logic. I don't want to touch Logic. I've got things sounding okay. I'm not touching that Jenga, man. I don't want to break it. Let's see. Aristotle. Oh, God Marching Band. I can't stand. I just can't find musicality, but it's a good learning tool for chops. It is. Get the hands together with those clean doubles. I've got a 3-part video series on my channel about clean double stroke rolls, you guys. If you haven't checked that out, I would recommend checking that out if you're interested in that. Did you play in a rock band with free chicks? Let's blow past that question. Normalized audio. Thank you for coming. What was Peter Erskine like? The lesson, says Bobby Vincent. Man, it was good. You know, I just played for him a little bit, and he immediately was like, you know, he asked me to play along to like All the Things You Are, without any accompanying tracks, like just by memory, kind of playing the form, and you know, I forget the exact like advice that he gave me back then, but I do remember it being helpful, and I didn't record it, unfortunately. But I really like Peter. He's like, you know, he's a veteran. He's a living legend, you guys. And interestingly enough, he's from the same area that I am. He's from South Jersey. Like I was born in a city called Summers Point, and he was born in the next city over. Well, no, he was born in the same city I was, but he grew up in the next city over, which is Linwood. Anyway, yeah, living legend. And he actually posts on House. He used to post on House of Drumming a fair bit. And I've seen him around a couple of times. Actually, I've got a really old picture of me with him at Catalina Bar and Grill. That I might post at some point. We'll see. Party from 1972. Yeah, I was born in 72. For the big party, gives perspective, sounds good. Oh yeah, that's distorting. Carter McLean helped out my double strokes a ton. Yeah, I bet. It's all about doubles. Peter taught the one and only Neil Peart. Was he playing Tama or DW when you took a class with him? I don't know what he was playing. I think he was still with Yamaha at that point. Actually, Peter's largely responsible for me being with Yamaha. I have an endorsement with them, and Peter was key in introducing us. From Melbourne, Australia, James. Hello, James. All right, I think I'm caught up on chat, so I'm gonna continue playing and just make a fool out of myself drumming. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. Post some more questions if you want. I don't know how much longer I'm going to play. We'll see. I'm just repeating all my stuff. Here we go. I told you I was going to make a fool out of myself. Oh man, I think that's gonna do it for the drumming today. I'm supposed to be taking it easy, you guys. I'm injured. Thanks for hanging out. My name is Steve Holmes. We're streaming live from the drum room in Los Angeles. Let's see, I'm at Tama because of Cope and Pert, and that's it. Yeah, Tama's like, they were dominating in the 80s. But I kind of prefer Yamaha. But, I mean, if you're a good player, you can make anything talk. That's my opinion. Let's see. Rock cowbell instead of mom. Rock cowbell next time, all right? Why no rivets, chains, or other stuff like that? There are rivets on this guy. This is a Zildjian Azuka 15 with rivets. Let's see. Those flams are fire. Thank you, Mickey. Anyone's thoughts on Mapex? Ian Smith with the $10 donation. Ian, thank you so much. Love your playing video lessons. They're inspiration. What new drummers records in recent years are inspiring to you? Well, honestly, like, in terms of drummers, the guys that are really, that have like mystery, you know, where I have no idea like what's going on, that's what appeals to me. And Dave DiCenzo is one of those guys. Dave DiCenzo is one of my all-time favorite drummers. He always inspires me. I enjoy watching Gergo Borlai, who I mentioned earlier, and J. Scott Drummer on Instagram. I think his name is John Scott. I'm not sure. But on Instagram, he's J. Scott Drummer. I love that guy's playing. Always has a great sound. Super tasty phrasing. He's got the thing, you know, that I like, just that phrasing. I think he studied with DiCenzo, actually. He's got that flow phrasing that I really like. So check him out. This guy's so amazing. Thank you, Doom Room. Let's see, 2 kick pedals during the solo. Yes, I have a double pedal, but 1 bass drum. Let's see, the way he keeps time on those hats is godlike. Man, it's all about keeping that quarter note going. It's all about checking that quarter note, you know. It's all about that. Like, honestly, it was like Weck and Vinny and Dennis and those guys. Like, they, you know, I've watched countless footage of those guys, and, you know, I was always impressed with that too. You know, that kind of and yeah, I love that. So it's definitely it's worth working on. Make a lifetime lesson, Mr. Holmes. Makes Travis Barker look like a child. Well, I appreciate that, but as I like to say, it's not a contest. Amazing drumming. Thank you. Bravo. Love your stuff as always. Thank you. Do you teach lessons? Says Derek A. I do. Derek A. If anyone's interested in lessons over Zoom, and when this COVID thing dies down, you know, we can do in-person lessons if you're in the area. But email me, steveholmes@gmail.com. Anyone that's interested in lessons. We can do like a Zoom thing. I just got my Zoom like set up with the same sound that the stream uses. So this is what it's like to take a lesson with me. This is what it's going to sound like. But yeah, I really enjoy teaching. So anyone that's interested, steveholmes@gmail.com. Let's see. Hey, Mr. Holmes, back on the stream grind. Goosh, says Will. Yes, let's do a goosh for Will. The goosh is like the floor tom and the cymbal together, preferably like a China cymbal of some kind or an effect cymbal. Let's give Will some gooshes. Oh man, yes, gosh. Floor tom and cymbals together. All right, that's it for me. Anyone that's interested in supporting the stream, you can use the super sticker or the $ button there at the bottom and make a donation to support the drum room here. That would be much appreciated. But thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate it. This was fun. I'm going to continue to do these. I might sign up for that software that lets you stream like on Facebook and YouTube at the same time and whatever. We'll see if we get enough folks. But this is the first time that we've streamed in quite a while, actually. It's been a little bit. We had to take a break because we were having some some elbow issues. Actually, we still do, but we're working on it, trying to heal up and also just keep the good thing going here, you know. All right, that was very goosh. Yeah, man, you make me want to buy an Azuka, says Will. Yeah, you know, I mean, I have a China. I should set it up. I have a 19-inch K China, which is my favorite China. Steve, great to have you back, says Ant Call. Thank you. I should set that up. The thing is about the China, though, it's just such a, I don't know, I don't want to say it's a one-trick pony because, you know, it's not, but it's kind of, I don't know. The thing with the Azuka is it sounds a little bit like a crash, you know, and so does this other thing back here that I love. This is I know you can't see it, it's a custom special dry crash. It's a 16 or 15, yeah, it's a 16, custom special dry crash. I'll hit it with the talkie mic on. Like, it sounds weird, like it's touching another cymbal, but yeah, it sounds like this. You know, so these two special effects cymbals, they're a little crashy. They're like half crash, half China. So they're not like, you know, like just, you know, all China. But maybe we'll set the China up next time just for fun. But yeah, this is an Azuka 15 with sizzles. That's it.